Welcome everybody to the adventures of Bertram Fiddle, episode 1, A Dreadful Business. I got my new headset, so I'm super excited to talk to you again. Unfortunately, I can't talk too loud because it's early in the morning. So yeah, let's get the show on the road.
Pygmies! Damn time machine! I can't see a thing. Ah, that's better. What a beautiful day. Only a mild smattering of pigeons.
Hey, don't badmouth Rienta.
Oh, I wouldn't look in there if I were you. That's better. Gracious, is that the time? It appears I have overslept somewhat.
It's only 9 o'clock, dude.
Gavin must have left this rag out when he cleaned the photomographs. I ought to tidy it up. Me being chased by a giant man-eating tortoise. I've never been so mildly afraid in all my life. What a tedious death that would have been. Gavin, my trusty manservant, and I in the Peruvian jungle. He's a cyclops, strong as an ox, but terrible depth perception. Last year's trip to the centre of the earth. Got a lovely tan. Ha-ha! My Stanley steam lift. It makes traversing these cumbersome stairs a breeze. Seems to be a little stuck. Blasted pile of rubbish. Where's Gavin? He should be here to hand me my telegrams.
You're too good to climb down the stairs?
Gigantic diamond? Sounds legitimate.
Dear sir and or madam, allow me to introduce myself. I am Prince Merbuti, and since the death of my dear father, I have come into possession of an incredibly large and valuable diamond. I require your assistance to bring it to London, and I am willing to pay you the sum of £100 in return for your urgent helpings. I await your reply. Yours, honestly, Prince Merbuti.
I've been telegram spammed.
Make your wife's eyes go counterclockwise. You won't believe the improved satisfaction forthcoming as a result of purchasing Dr. Craven Knott's Majestic Dignity pills. Shipped discreetly and without question. Telegram now for free sample.
A message from Lord Arthwipe. Maybe he has news of an adventure.
Fiddle, I have an errand for you. Come to my house on Hemlock Street by noon. Lord Arthwipe.
Sir, is that you?
Have you locked yourself in again, Gavin? I can't leave home without my manservant. That would never do.
Good morning, Mr. Fiddle.
Ah, you are, Gavin. Where have you been?
I was just, deflating the zeppelin, sir. I did not hear you walk down the stairs. Did you sleep well?
Unfortunately not. It was a restless night, embothered by some strange dreams. My mind craves adventure. And without it, I fear I'm going quite mad. It's been 2 months without the slightest expedition. I'm becoming a little worried. What shall I do if I can't do my adventurings?
Do not fear, sir. There is an old Peruvian saying. The forest is full of trees.
Quite.
Gavin is not a Peruvian.
Yes. No, sir.
My grandfather had a massive clock. My dear mother, I owe her so much. Approximately £12,000 and a new gazebo. Just some artifacts I picked up on my travels. My prized possession, an actual tyrannosaur arm bone. I'm writing my autobiography. A fiddle here and there.
It is a most gripping read, sir.
Oh, wait. Those are the arms, right? Or are those the legs? I don't freaking know.
I shot my first Yeti with that. Nearly lost my moustache in the process. A rather cheeky specimen.
Little butt cheeks for a face.
A fossilized dinosaur egg.
But which came first?
Your mom.
My turtle lamp. I don't know why I shelled out for it.
Ugh, these aren't even good puns.
Oh, there you are, Bertram. Don't touch my knick-knacks.
Foofy's carry basket.
Do you have a wife?
Is the bottle of gin half full or half empty? Bothersome creature. Good morning, dear heart.
It's nearly 10 o'clock. I hardly call that morning. Haven't you got some adventuring to do?
Alas, no. I have been looking, but I just can't find any expeditions worthy of my talents.
Well, if you don't find something to adventure soon, I shall require that you find yourself a proper job.
It's not that easy, my dear. You can't merely go outside and find yourself in a world full of unimaginable creatures. Adventure strikes when you least expect it.
That as may be, I am accustomed to certain standards, Bertram. Being respectable costs money. Your mother agrees with me. She has mentioned there is a very respectable position at Mr. Dullsworth's soap company providing telegrammatic advertising. The hours are long and arduous, and the work repetitive and uninteresting. But you would receive a steady income, Bertram.
My, is that the, I really must be off.
Bertram, caviar doesn't just grow on trees.
There, my dear. Don't cry. I'm sure there is an adventure just around the corner. I'm sorry, dear.
You have until the end of the day to find suitable employment, or I am calling Mr. Dullsworth.
Oh, well, of course, my dear.
Thank you, Bertram. Now, could you do me a favour?
Well, I do have an appointment with Lord Arthwipe.
For goodness sake, Bertram, I don't like you running errands for a dreadful man. It's just not becoming. Now then, can you take Foofy to the groomery for me? It's on Groom Street.
Yes, of course, my dear.
This is all very tiresome. I'm going to lie down.
Why don't you do something useful? Become a suffragette.
Hopefully that will keep him quiet for a while. It's lucky I have such spacious pockets. Is the bottle of...
Yes.
Up to my knees in adventure in Africa, just before I discovered the world's shortest river. Back in 1878, I managed to hunt down and kill the majestic rhino bird. My key tree, it's empty.
May I remind you that I possess immense strength, Mr. Fiddle.
If I could just reach my key. It's not in my pocket. It's bad luck to use an umbrella indoors, don't you know?
Yes.
Be a good fellow and move this cabinet, Gavin.
Certainly, sir.
Fits like a key, literally. What a lovely day for a stroll. Why, there's hardly any drizzle at all.
There is a storm coming.
What a terrible little man. He never said sorry. Oh, I see. He's bemuddled our bags up. He's got Foofy. Rude man. Excuse me. Rude man. Excuse me. Rude man. Yeah, what were you going, mister? Come on, Gavin. Do keep up. I say. This way, Gavin. We're catching him. Excuse me. I said. I see they got him. I say. Come on, Gavin. Do keep up. My oranges. My lovely oranges. Ouch.
Are you okay, sir?
What's this? It appears to be a nose. He must have dropped it in his haste to scurry off into the shadows.
You squashed me oranges. Me lovely oranges.
What a pickle we're in. Have you seen a short, shadowy, sinister-looking chap scurry by?
No, I'm afraid I haven't.
Evening, Barbara! Did you see a suspicious, shadowy little man run by, perchance? I wish to return his bag.
No, sir, I have not. You should ask that Sherlock Holmes, sir. He's a proper detective. You can find him in the Adventurers Club.
Yes, I know who he is. I'm quite the detective myself, you know, blessed with a keen eye for detail. Let me have a look at that. Oh, look, a freak show is in town. Oh, look. I should leave here. Upgrade your moustache. A shilling? I'm not paying that. Your Majesty?
Psst, over here. Emelina Snoopsworth, reporter for the Evening Burble.
Good day. Bertram Fiddle, leading Victorian explorator. Perhaps you've heard of me.
Yes, of course I have. Maybe you can help me. Are you a member of the Adventurers Club?
Indeed I am, madam. How may I be of service?
I'm investigating the ghastly murderings that have been happening, and I want to interview Sherlock Holmes, but he's a very difficult man to get hold of. They won't even allow women in this ridiculous, outdated, backwards club. It's 1884, not the Middle Ages.
Quite. As it happens, I'm going to see Sherlock Holmes now. Perhaps I can ask for you.
That would be most helpful. If you learn anything about the recent murderings, do tell. Have you found out anything yet?
I'm still conducting my investigation.
Well, tell me as soon as you're done. Our readers demand news as soon as it happens.
Ugh. He looks a bit sickly. What a unique horn! But what sort of animal is it? A genuine Fijian mermaid, although it does look a bit fishy. What a glorious rhinoceros!
Oh, good evening, Mr. Fiddles. The usual.
Yes, please. One can never have enough tea. The main attraction, taking pride of place on the wall. How do you do, Sir Grouchley?
How do you think, Fiddle? Things haven't been the same since I lost my legs in Venice. Constant pain, Fiddle. Constant.
Oh, I am sorry. That sounds terrible.
You weren't there, man. You weren't there. Don't keep poking me, Fiddle. Go and pester someone else. What is the matter with you? Don't keep poking me. Go and pet.
What an imposing pachyderm. His trunk is colossal. That poor creature has not been mounted properly. It looks like it could fall down any minute. His antlers are as twisted as this mystery.
I'm afraid, Mr. Fiddle, you are not permitted into the gold members area. It is for A-list adventurers only.
I've never been so outraged. I need to see Sherlock Holmes.
Mr. Holmes has asked expressly not to be disturbed as he is working on the dreadful case of Geoff the Murderer.
I have my own case I want to talk to him about.
I'm afraid, Mr. Fiddle, you are not permitted into the gold members area. I'm afraid...
Oh, porcupine carapace. A prickly aperitif. Your Majesty? Has someone been trolling? Guy Hardwood, how are you?
Fiddle! Long time no see.
Yes, it's been a while.
Just telling Melvis here about my latest adventure. 4 months in Patagonia.
South America.
Discovered a lost world. It was well splendid. Yeah. Found this thing up a crevice.
crevasse.
So thought I'd bring it back. Don't even know what it is.
Got a few ideas.
Crazy.
Prehistoric?
It's a very unique-looking creature.
Don't touch Fiddle. She bites. Not too keen on being cooped up.
You nearly took my elbow off.
But if she got out, who knows what she might do?
Pandemonium, I expect.
Is the lock safe?
Safe as houses, Fiddle. Paid top shilling for that beauty.
Lord Rochestamp has been asleep since 1882. A grisly and gnarled member. Time to cause a flap. Fly, little creature, fly!
Crikey! Fiddle! You buffoon! What have you done?
Bother and blast.
Come back! Come back to me! Oh!
Yes, here I am, right behind you, Guy.
Oh, yes, that's the spot.
Lord Cragglewedge, first man to climb halfway up Mount Everest. It's quite an achievement. Yes. The infamous Jade Griffin. Sir Clive Odwing, the world-renowned ornithologist's private chamber. He's left his door ajar.
Do you mind?
Oh, terribly sorry. The door was open and I, never, no.
Ooh, down a bit, Sandra. Don't just stand there gawking, man. I'm sure it's nothing you haven't seen before. Ooh, you've got cold hands. Ooh, you've got cold hands. Ooh. Ooh, careful there. Ooh. Pick those leaves up from a fellow in Indies. Strong stuff. Good for relaxing. Help yourself.
I'll be off then.
Be a good fellow and shut the door on your way out.
Is that the breasted wedgecock? Oh, my, I've not seen one of those for many a year.
We have a saying in Peru, two can't play that game.
Oh, it's like living in an avian paradise. Sherlock's private room. No doubt where he works on his important cases.
Ha! I win again, Watson. You really are a dolt.
I'm sorry, Holmes. I'm trying. It's just I don't really understand the rules of this game. All your games. Been there, been there, been there, been there. Oh, that's new.
Ah, Fiddle. What brings you here? Come to bore us with more tales of one of your piffling adventures, have you?
No, I'm on a mission to return this bag unto its rightful owner.
And who is its rightful owner?
That I have yet to ascertain. There are absolutely no clues whatsoever.
Have you tried looking in the bag?
Ah, I never thought of that. Oh, a head!
The features have been sliced off expertly with a sharp instrument by someone with skill and panache.
Aha, this looks like the work of London's most elusive serial killer, Geoff the Murderer. Ha! Good luck finding him, Fiddle. The whole of Scotland Yard hasn't been able to track him down in decades.
I rather fancy my luck, Holmes. He can't be that far away.
You, Fiddle, you couldn't find your own tollywater in the toilet. I'll wager you don't even come close. If you can find Geoff the Murderer, I'll wear a woman's dress and dance the trifling gallop round the streets of Lambeth.
I accept, good sir. Nice to see you, Bertram.
Shush, Watson.
But this... That's not to be sniffed at. I might have an idea of how to find him, Fiddle. Have you ever heard?
Not a word more, Watson.
Watson is trying to tell me something. A spot of tea? Your teacup is empty.
What a brilliant detective you seem to be. Now make yourself useful and bring me another one.
A spot of tea? Oh my, that's a potent concoction. That would be a waste of this nice relaxing tea. Try this one. It's a special blend.
Give me that. Being the world's greatest crook thwarter is thirsty work. What is in this tea? I feel somewhat strange.
What have you done? Is he dead? Don't worry, Watson. He's just sleeping. Oh, good. Now, was there something you wanted to tell me? I know you'll think me silly for saying, but you need to ask the spirits for help. Spirits? I am a man of science. I don't believe in such puffery. No, Bertram. They exist. I have seen them with mine own 2 eyes. Sherlock says it was a seagull, but I know it was the spirit of the recently departed. The spirit sometimes lingers on in this realm, especially if it has been wronged. You should help her find peace by collecting the missing body parts. Try and find Count Fulchmuckle. He's a gentleman with an acquired taste, but he does have certain connections. I'm sure he can help you on your quest. Seek out those trained in the dark arts. Been there? Beep.
What is the...
Have you found out anything yet?
Well, madam, I spoke to Sherlock, but he's somewhat occupied right now.
Typical. The conceited buffoon.
However, I am able to inform you that I, Bertram Fiddle, am now on the case of Geoff the Murderer, and I shan't rest until I find him.
Oh my goodness, this is wonderful news. Our readers will be delighted to hear about this.
You can tell your readers not to fear. I can be quite sleuthful when I need to be.
Here's my news blimp now. I must be off, Mr. Fiddle, but I'm sure I shall see you again. Good luck, Mr. Fiddle!
Hemlock Street? This must be Lord Arthwipe's abode.
Extra! Extra! Bertram Fiddle on the hunt for Geoff the Murderer!
Oh, that was fast.
Nevermore.
Have you heard the news, Fiddle? There's been another murder, right under our noses. They say he is the devil himself.
Terrible, isn't it?
Terrible? Terrible? You do not know the meaning of the word, Fiddle. Now I, on the other hand, I have done some truly terrible things in my time. Fortunately, I am so rich, I am above the law.
Interesting paintings, your lordship. Are they Dutch? Nice doggy.
It's not a dog, you fool. It's a wolf beast.
Oh, that's an interesting collection of etchings.
My double-headed cobra, Fiddle. Twice as deadly as a normal one.